Hello, welcome to another kind of good Wednesday movie reviews. Today we're doing our normal six. Yeah. So without dragging this on, let's get started. Yeah. The first movie we're talking about, as y'all see, is Lone Ranger. I will say it wasn't a bad movie, but I will also say it wasn't a great movie. It felt a little longer than it needed to be at times, and there was a lot of times where it was kind of a little corny, but it wasn't bad. If I, as I usually say, where I put this movie in like a 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I say it more as a 2, and I really don't think it's really that much for a movie night. I don't think you should have this one in there. I think this is more kind of a, let's watch this one for tonight, or kind of let's watch this one to go to sleep to, or something like that. Because it is not nothing like, wow, this is life changing video or anything. It's not something that I would say this is a must watch. It just isn't that. It's, I don't know, maybe it's just kind of like westerns. It's cool, the actions and stuff cool in it, but sometimes it feels a little more drawn out and the jokes are kind of corny. But yeah, I mean, a good kids film, not like young kids, but I think, for 10-year-olds, 10 to 14, 15-year-olds, it'd be a good little movie to watch with them. It's a good family movie. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. It's not much of um, you know, if you're an older adult saying, let's watch it tonight, I don't think that's it. Not that it's bad. I don't think it's bad. It's a alright movie. It's not going to be the movie you want to watch, in my opinion. So, yeah. Now, I don't know if all y'all seen last week's. I said that I changed the way I did them, and that I wasn't gonna say what I liked, what in them, anything in them. I will say spoiler warning just in case I do spoil anything, but I don't want to go over the movie anymore. I just want to tell people if they should watch it or not, and I think that is I think that is one you could probably pass up on and be fine. It's not nothing that I am saying that you have to watch. So, yeah. But our next one, 8 Seconds, is different, in my opinion. This is a really good movie. Now I know, seeing it's a bull riding movie, or yeah, if you seeing this bull riding movie, I had my doubts. I'm not much into bull riding, but I really think this is a really good movie. I think this is in a movie night. This is a 1, 2, or 3. This is really good, worth the watch. It is really good. I recommend, if you have not seen 8 Seconds, do watch it. This is a must watch, in my opinion. So, I just love this movie. If I had to put it into a top 100, or let's say, top 1,000. If you took 1,000 movies and someone said, where would you put 8 Seconds in 1,000 movies? I would probably put 8 Seconds somewhere between 70 and 200. It is a top 200 movie, in my opinion. Lone Ranger, I'll go back to Lone Ranger and say Lone Ranger is probably a 800, 900 movie. Not the bottom of 1,000, but not nowhere near the top. But 8 Seconds, I think, is a 100 to 200 range movie, kind of, out of 1,000. So, but good movie. I do recommend watching. The next movie is Trick or Treat. Now, I will say something about this movie. I went into this movie thinking, you see a lot of pop culture around Sam and stuff like that, and I just didn't feel that in this movie. Sorry, I don't know why it's so blurry. I just There you go. I don't know. I went into this movie thinking it was. I think this movie was, you know, a great horror movie, and it was in some ways, but in other ways, I didn't get it, and it was kind of confusing at times, and I don't know. I guess, I guess going into it thinking it was more about Sam, and it really wasn't, or it might have been, and I might not have known it. I don't know. But for me, this was a bottom tier. I do think this does fit into the 1, 2, 3 movie night rating. I think it's more of a 2, kind of a middle. And I think this is a movie you could put into your, 31 days of Halloween watches. This is one you could put in there. I don't say that it's bad, but it's confusing at times. So it's kind of all over the place. Because I'm not a big fan of movies where they show different people's point of views and you're following like 5 different stories in one, and then somehow they cross at times or they don't cross at times. I don't like that. I like kind of one continuous story. I'm not a big fan of a bunch of different stories coming together or all coexisting in one universe at the same time. I'm not a big fan of those kind of movies, and this is kind of one of those. So if I had put this in the top 1,000 movies, I think this goes into somewhere around 7 to 800, 900, somewhere in that range. It is kind of a lower tier, in my opinion. I know some people like this, and it's all right, but it didn't make sense to me. The next movie is maybe I wasn't sure about 9. Now I must say I do love Tim Burton, one of my favorite directors. Obviously, Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my favorite movies. So, but 9, if 9 in my opinion is a must-watch movie for kids. Even if you're adult, I enjoyed this one thoroughly. The only thing I didn't like about this movie, and this could have been just me or the way that this disc was made or something, I don't know, but the action scenes in it were a lot louder than them talking, so you had to turn it up to hear them talking, but then to get to the action, and it would blast your eardrums. And I hate shows like that where they don't know how to balance it out, and it could have been just this disc or something. So yeah, but I do recommend 9. I think this is a really good movie. On the 1, 2, 3 scale, I think it is a 1 or a 2 movie. I don't think it's a finisher, but it's a good opener and it's a good middle movie. So yeah, it's worth a watch. Out of 1,000, I think it's a 200 top, 1 to 200 range, maybe 300 for some people, because it's really good. I enjoy it. I think this is worth a watch. Even for kids, if you want a good kids movie to watch with your kids one night, this is kind of it. I wouldn't say young kids, like 7 and younger, but 8, 9, older. Even some teenagers would enjoy this movie. I enjoyed this movie. So, yeah. Worth a watch. The next 2 movies we're kind of doing together, because you'll see, is Airplane 1 and 2. Now, I just watched these today. Or I think I watched one last night, one this morning. But Airplane 1 and 2. These are kind of just corny movies. They're kind of just comedies, and they make fun of, they take like sayings and take them literally. Like when you say, there's a word for it, I don't know the word. You say like crack me up and someone's actually cracks. It's like I don't know the word for it, but there's a word for I don't know the word. But anyways, it takes a lot of jokes, and it just does over the top comedy, and it's not bust out laughing funny, but it's a good internal laughter movie, and it's really enjoyable to see the dumbness of how dumb some of the things they do and say are. So I do think Airplane 1 and 2 are worth the watch. If you haven't seen Airplane 1 and 2, do watch them. I would love them to see them make Airplane 3 in today's comedy. This is 1980 comedy, and I would love to see that updated comedy. In my opinion, I'd love to see an Airplane 3. So, but these two are worth a watch, in my opinion. I think these are great 1 and 2 movies on the 1, 2, 3 scale. I don't think they're finisher movies, but they're good starter and middle movies. So, do recommend that. Out of 1,000, I would give them, both of them, I'd probably put them somewhere in the 300-400 range, 200 maybe. They're really good movies. They're just great. Sorry for the thunder. But it's just really good. They're really good movies, in my opinion. Great comedy. So, yeah. Let me kind of put some of them up there and then kind of do some closing statements. So, yeah, these are all good movies. None of them were bad, and none of them, I think, are worth passing on. I think you should watch all of them. Even Lone Ranger. I didn't put Lone Ranger up there, but Lone Ranger. I think they're all worth watching. Usually some of them I say that if you're not dying to watch it, it's where you can pass it up, and that's what I'm saying about Lone Ranger and Trick or Treat. Those are movies that I wouldn't say you have to watch, and they're not. You've got to watch these. You've got to see these, but they are worth the watch. You know, I don't say they're worth the watch. They are worth watching, but I wouldn't say they're gotta watching. I don't know how I kind of just stuttered there for a minute, but they're not bad. They're just decent movies. So they're just not they're not breathtaking movies. They're not movies that are gonna keep you engaged for the full time. There'll be times where you want to pick up your phone and look at them, and it's very rare now that I watch so many movies that I get that where I'm not at times in the movie picking up my phone and looking at it because it kind of drags. So if a movie, and none of these movies, 9 was kind of really, 9 was one of the movies where it was very, you wanted to watch it. 8 Seconds was, Airplane had its times, and Trick or Treat and Lone Ranger were both movies where I was on my phone most of the time because they were dull in moments. So, yeah. But these are all good movies, so I won't bash them. Yeah. So before my electricity goes out or something, let me finish up there. If there's anything y'all ever want me to review or anything, let me know. I am open to reviews. I do them every Wednesday, so if you ask me anything on it, you can ask me on any video, and I'll do it on Wednesday. If y'all want to see any kind of videos, let me know. I'm open to ideas. I kind of wing most of these out because I don't know what to do most of the time. So other than Wednesday's the only thing I've set. So yeah, so if y'all ever have anything I want me to review or anything, let me know. My Instagram and Twitter are always in the description below. That's where I post when I upload. So if you ever want to know when I upload on there, you ever want to reach me directly, message me on there. If you have a question or you want to know something or whatever, let me know on there. Yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like and sub. I do these every Wednesday. And the next video will be on Friday. I do think that I'm gonna try to figure out either do it Saturday or something, because I don't like doing videos on Sundays, so I think I might do Friday, Saturday, but still trying to figure out my schedule, so it's kind of a mix up. But Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are set days. The other days are kind of flex. I'll have one more day in there. So yeah, without dragging this on, I hope y'all enjoyed. I appreciate all the support. I love the comments. If y'all ever comment, I don't respond to it right away. It's just I haven't seen it, but I will get back to you. Yeah. And I will see y'all Friday.